I know we don't really have a single adult person running for president this year.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't admit
No, you're
that
the
the
puppet.
Russians.
But don't worry, this video, I'm gonna tell you why you might as well vote for the Trump, right? Reason number one. Why Trump probably gonna win anyway? Generally speaking, it's pretty much always been that the Democrats and Republicans, they do every other 8 years, you know, first red, then blue and red and blue, every other one, you know. Like it was Bush, then Clinton, then Bush, then Obama, and now Trump. It's really easy for the other team to go to play the card, you know, the one, oh look at how much they fucked up, now we can come in and fix all the problems that they didn't do their job, right? Brexit got voted in this year. You know that thing where England left the EU, Europe, because they didn't want any immigrants and they were like racist and shit. So they're like, nah, we're gonna be in EU anymore. And that happened this year. So you know the likeliness that Trump could get elected the same year, it's not that far-fetched, you know. And I mean the Americans elected Bush back in the day, so I mean they can't really have that high standards for presidents. And I figured out the system for, predicting who's gonna win. Because, it's always Hillary versus Trump. Why isn't it Trump versus Clinton? Or Hillary versus Donald? It's the same thing when Obama. It was Obama against Mitt Romney. Or it wasn't like Obama versus Mitt. Or Mitt versus Barack, I figured it out. The person with the president name is always gonna get elected. There was never gonna be a president, Mitt! And right now, it's really close in the race, sort of, with the Hillary and Trump club. And that doesn't take into account the amount of shy voters, alright? There's never been a candidate that was this wrong to vote for before, so people aren't really gonna wanna admit that shit, and then cause they don't, maybe they wanna vote for Trump, but they don't. Maybe you live in a democratic family and you don't want to admit that you want to vote for the red side, and so, that kind of shit. Trump's gonna have a lot of that. Reason number two. Everything wrong with Hillary. I mean, there's really nothing special or really interesting about her. It's the same kind of politician shit we've had for all of the years so far,
They keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. They keep telling the same lies. They keep producing the same failed results. To all Americans, I say, it is now time for new leadership. All of us.
Except she's got a vagina now. I mean, if you're gonna vote for her just because she's a woman, that makes you a sexist. And I mean, people generally don't like women, at least not as leaders. Other world leaders aren't gonna have any respect for her. What do you think's gonna happen when she's in a meeting with Putin? She says some kind of threatening or intimidating shit, and she pulls out that fucking punchable smile of hers. I swear to fucking, oh my sister used to do that. I'm and my mom had to step in. She's like, yeah, it's alright, you can punch her when she does that. Holy shit. I mean, do you want that disrespectful cunty smile to represent your entire nation? That's what everyone's gonna think of you when they see her. It's fucking embarrassment. I mean, at least Trump offers things like, the wall and the jobs and better trade deals and a partnership with Russia to take down ISIS, that kind of shit. And what does Hillary bring to the table? Fucking nothing. Except the thing where she wanted a no-fly zone over Syria. Which, by the way, is fucking guaranteed World War III with Russia and Syria. Great plan, fucker.
And General Joseph Dunford, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, says, you impose a no-fly zone, chances are you're going to get into a war, his words, with Syria and Russia.
The general he's referring to is this one right here.
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war against Syria and Russia. That's a pretty fundamental decision that certainly I'm not going to make.
But to be fair, that wasn't the general's statement. He misunderstood the question. So now this fucker's lying and making shit up too. What the general's statement actually was after he got the question explained to him was this.
That's not what I said, Chairman.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I do think
What Senator asked me was to control all of the airspace.
No, what he asked was, should we have a no-fly zone so we can protect these people from being slaughtered? That's what he's talking about.
I answered that first.
That's what we're all talking about.
so. That would not require going to war, full scale, would it?
Not necessarily, Senator. I'm sorry, but I tried to answer the first question first, and then I was responding to the second part of your question. But I did not mean to say that imposing a no-fly zone would require us to go to war. That's not the question I was answering.
Which means that Hillary isn't even war, she's not even offering war. We get nothing out of this bitch. She ain't gonna do shit. Reason number 3. Let's hear him out.
By the way, any place more fun to be than a Trump rally? Right?
And now just imagine the whole country being that much fun. Now, I mean, what did Hillary got, and how is she gonna bring the fun?
I keep telling people I want to close the deficit, and one of the deficits I want to close is the fun deficit.
There you go.
We've got to close the fun deficit. I'm sick of all this meanness. And why don't these people who support my opponent go out and have fun dancing? Do you think they dance?
Yeah, if I want to have fun, I'll invite Hillary. It's gonna be hilarious. Come on, bitch, let's party.
Hillary is likely to be under investigation for a very long time.
But what if I not only want our first woman president, I also want the first inside prison, whatever.
I'm now convinced that we will be facing the very real possibility of a constitutional crisis with many dimensions.
You see, Hillary's got access to other dimensions. I don't know about you, I sure don't want no Demogorgon in the White House, fuck that.
Oil, natural gas, and clean coal. We're going to put our miners back to work.
Finally, someone legalizing child labor, am I right? Just because you're a minor doesn't mean you can't do your part. Get the fuck back in that mine, you little shit!
And you know, we also have the endorsement of a great, great guy, Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus. You talk about winners.
Jack Nicholson, oh shit, that's fucking awesome! Jack Nicholson's endorsing Trump. I actually have some never seen footage of when Nicholson, confirmed this endorsement. It's right here.
Remember, you are my number one guy. Yes, sir.
Alright, so there you have it. You can either have, fucking Hillary taking over the whole fucking planet with her demogorgons. Or you can have Nicholson, Jack and Trump. Oh no, watch out for the nip slip tape. That kicks up, what do they call their ISIS, that shit. Yeah. Damn. This is pretty fucking easy to me.